Alright, let's talk conspiracy theories.
This is the life of Ty, delving deep into all the conspiracies you could think of. No matter how mad they may seem, or crazy, they all may just be true, or they also may just be rubbish. We'll find out.
Right, so I've run out of ideas for videos and everything else. Me and my friend tried to do a podcast. Yeah, so as I was saying, back to the subject, if you compare 1970 to now, or to 2000 for example, right, if you ask someone then, you're not allowed, well, for obvious reasons, you're not allowed to smoke on an aeroplane, you're not allowed to, you know, you got to be searched for hours on end before you even board an aeroplane. They think you're crazy. They think you're mental. They'd be like, what is this guy on about? Why?
My channel is dying.
That video will be up midweek. I'm just going to drop it midweek. It's I was run out of ideas, I ran out of time, and I'm trying to get an upload this week. Every week I've got to make an upload, so some of them are going to be bad, some of them are going to be good. If you stick around and appreciate whatever I make, I'd really appreciate that personally. But anyway, let's get into this. This is Conspiracies with the Life of Time. So now my first conspiracy, it's not really a good one, but it's something to question. And I know that, like, I could probably poke a lot of holes in this personally, but it's just strange and ironic how much this has happened to me as well. So I've been in this predicament a few times where I've come up with an idea and it's been already done months later, and I've not told anyone, no one's known about it, but it's been advertised, so it's become a big thing somehow. And I've even tried to check for these things and then it's just not happened. So a good few years ago, I think it was around 2013, I think it was, probably even earlier than then, about 2012, 2011, it was somewhere back then. Me and my friend used to smoke shisha through them years, and it was more of our like social sort of thing where we'd hang out, we'd smoke shisha, we'd talk, you know, we'd relax, we'd unwind, you know, it was just our little thing, like we go to shisha bars and stuff. But one day, we were having shisha around here, and we ran out of coals, and with the shisha you've got to buy coals as well to go on top to make it work. We ran out of coals, and I remembered, when I was in mechanics and stuff, I used to short a battery out. I know it's not the best of ideas, I was only young, I was stupid and all that, but I used to get a brazing rod and then I'd touch the positive and negative of a battery and it'd get hot. So I explained this to him, I said, what if we just make like a coil, like a stovetop coil, connect it to a battery and it'll get hot and heat the shisha. And we talked about it for a bit, like before, like we was trying to set it up and improvise a way of getting the shisha. And basically, about a few weeks later, my mate has an advert pop up on his laptop of the electronic shisha, new and all that, like the first electronic shisha, and I was gobsmacked. I was bowfounded. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was weird. It was honestly freaky. And the second one, me and Chrissy were at the National Trust where I used to work over summer, and she was looking at the plants and stuff. I was trying to explain, like, I was trying to express my knowledge a bit, even though I'm a bit stupid myself, and explain plants, the names, and you know what they're good for, what they're bad for and stuff, as we're walking through the gardens. And she says you should make an app. My mind has just gone completely blank. Yeah, she said they should make an app where you can take a photo and either the app or someone using the app can identify the object and explain what it is and what the name of it is and stuff like that, and you can question things on there and people can give you the answers and help you out. Anyway, below and behold, about a month later, I was on Facebook, I received an advert, and it was an app saying the exact same thing, almost word for word, about what Chrissy was explaining. And it was strange, like, we didn't tell anyone, we didn't search it, we didn't, you know what I mean, none of us did any of that. We only spoke about it and it happened, and I find that a bit weird. Anyway, on to the next conspiracy. Now this one is aliens, and we mentioned this in this podcast that I'm going to be dropping midweek. It's not a proper podcast, by the way, it's basically my camera facing towards the bed, me and my mate having a drink of apple juice, you know, and talking about like conspiracies and stuff, because we do get quite deep about stuff like that, so we thought we'd film it and stick it on here. It's going to be a long video, it's going to be about 20 minutes long. If you want to watch it midweek, I'll be dropping it around then, about Wednesday I'd say. But this one is aliens, and we were talking about this, and I said what if the government make these videos where they look highly edited, they look highly fake, and these people explaining, oh, we do the crop circles and stuff. What if the government make these videos to make it look far-fetched, you know, as if it's not believable? What if they actually are aliens and the real footage gets deleted and it's only the fake footage that gets published? You never know. And I've actually seen weird things in the sky, like there was about 7 lights back in 2008. This was, I was walking with my mate, admittedly we had a few drinks, but it doesn't make you hallucinate, and both of us seen it, both of us reacted to the exact same thing that was going on in the sky. And there was like 7 lights and they were getting bigger then smaller at different times, and they were moving in like sort of a sequence, like they were in the same space and stuff. Some of them moved at the same time until one by one they just faded and went smaller and smaller, and that opened my eyes. Beforehand I didn't really believe, but after seeing that I was like, well, that's definitive proof. Tried to take a picture on my Stone Age phone, I think it was a Siemens MC60 at the time, and you remember what they're like. Yeah, I do think that there is aliens out there. I mean, there's more planets out there than there is grains of sand on planet Earth. Think about that. And what planets possess materials more powerful than uranium and things that can fuel these spaceships and like fund intelligent life? You don't know. And I think I'm always open to the option that there could be aliens out there. That's my personal preference. I don't know about you guys. But anyway, it's on to the next conspiracy. Now this one is a big one and it gets pretty deep. So if you've made it this far in my video, I know my watch time's like 2 minutes per video. If you're one of the lucky ones that have made it this far, you're in for a treat on this one. So the government are storing our DNA and facial recognition and everything. And I've had proof of this from Facebook, because I don't trust this, right? The fact that you can, your own phone can unlock itself by recognising your face is just, I don't trust it. You know, who's got that software, where's it getting sent, you know, like after getting the information off your face to identify it, who's in possession of it? Because I mean the contracts, some of the contracts are massive, they take years to read and you don't know what's in there. You know, I bet the government don't even have to put anything in the contract. They're the rule makers there. They can also be the rule breakers. I know I'm going a bit off topic at the minute, but like, think about this. Your phone unlocks with your face. Some use fingerprints to unlock the phone. That's going on a database. Where's that fingerprint getting sent after that? And it can be sent after that. It can be stored. It can be saved in other areas without you even knowing. That's the scary thing. These companies out there, like 21andMe, I think it is, or 22andMe, that like you send your DNA off to them and then they'll tell you about your history and things like that. They've still got your DNA probably. That's probably frozen somewhere, and they're like, oh, here's so-and-so's DNA, all categorised or stored on a software or anything, ready for them to pull up like that. There's other things which I've seen. This one was a blood test where you could send your blood off to this company. Don't know where it is, don't know who it is, don't know what it's for. You can send your blood off and they'll give you your health results, so they'll tell you how your health's going to be in the next year and stuff. They might tell you that, but they probably won't tell you that they've got your DNA in your blood and everything, and they know your cells, they know everything, they know medical records now, and they have access to it. So think about that one. And here's another eye-opener. Look at this. Now, as I said before, I don't trust these phone unlocking systems where it recognises your face because of the reason what I've just explained. And Facebook has already done it. They've gone far and they've gone, oh, I know, we'll get Ty's face. So they've recognised my face, and it's picked up that someone's used my image on their wall and notified me. So there's like an algorithm out there that can find your face and notify you individually. And that's scary. I didn't trust that, but it's one of them, you've just got to roll with it, aren't you, when it's on your phone. You can't really complain to anyone, because they're not going to answer you. You're going to be speaking to a robot or something. But this is my theory, is the reason why they've got this is because they could track you whenever, wherever you are if the government ever wanted you. Think about it, there's hundreds and thousands of cameras in cities and villages where you live, locally and afar. And if you say you go running from the government, what's to say they don't have a system where the second your face is recognised on any of these hundreds of thousands of cameras, they'll get notified the location and what camera you got picked up at. They'll get notified on like where you're moving, you've probably got your phone in your pocket, that's giving your location away, they've probably got you like that anyway. But if you didn't have your phone, they've got your face, and that's just saying, oh, here's Ty, oh, he posted on Facebook, here's what you have for breakfast, oh, here's his DNA if you want it, here's his fingerprint. You can even use your fingerprint for clocking into work, and I don't trust that, that's going somewhere as well. So they're trying to get so much information out of people, a lot of it being private, and I don't trust that either. There's not a lot you can trust in this world. So yeah, that was a few of my conspiracies for a small video. Sorry, I've got a bit of phlegm in my throat. I hope you enjoyed this. This is something different, like it's not like my usual content, but I've run out of ideas. I mean, I've filmed 4 things and only 2 of them are getting uploaded this week because they've just been a flop. Like, I've just run out of ideas, picked the camera up, started rolling. I've not personally enjoyed it, and just knew it was bad content, so I've not dropped it. But anyway, you've probably noticed this as well. I was going to use that for filming a green screen. I went that far and it still didn't work. Took me about an hour fondling with that. That didn't sound right. Don't know what words to use now. Messing about with that, shall we say, and it just didn't work. But anyway, if you enjoyed this content, this type of content that I've just made, please let us know in the comments down below. If you're new to my channel as well, please chuck us a sub, because it'll mean a lot. Like, I love an audience. I like feedback, whether it be good, whether it be bad, I don't mind, as long as you give me your personal opinion. The original OGs out there, I absolutely love you guys. Like, you've always followed me content, and I love that. Like, I'm making something for you guys and you're enjoying it, and I love speaking to you down in the comment section. So let us know in the comment section what you thought of this video. If you enjoyed it, give us a like. Even if you disliked it, just give us a dislike if you want. Be honest, let us know. Anyway, this is The Life of Ty. Sorted out.